The Sussexes seemed to be in shock as they took a taste of the US Constitution. Harry and Meghan, the troublemakers of the royal family, are once again in the spotlight as they claim their kids are entitled to the royal titles. But little did they know they're getting stripped from the title because the US Constitution doesn't give a damn for their hereditary privilege. Why do they still scream for privacy but give anything to be in the spotlight? Does that mean Prince Archie, who was born in the UK, loses his title too? Catch up on all of this and more on today's video on how Princess Lili loses her royal title. After their worldwide privacy tour, as South Park would put it, Harry and me again Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are ready to jump into the spotlight again. Mind you, they just want their privacy. Harry and Meghan announced in 2020 that they would step back from royal duties and work to become financially independent. It was agreed at the time that they would remain part of the family, but the couple renounced their HRH titles. How bold, right? It's unlikely that Harry, Charles' son, will be offered a royal office unless he and Meghan resume their duties. Well, it's a no-brainer. Have royal duty, have royal privilege. Lose royal duty, lose royal privilege. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth and King Charles III's accession to the throne, Archie and Little Bit Mountbatten-Windsor, the Markle kids, immediately became Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet as grandchildren of the reigning monarch. But following an update to the royal family's website, it appeared that they would not use these titles, as they were still listed as Master Archie Mountbatten-Windsor and Miss Lilibet Mountbatten-Windsor. But here comes the shocking news. As Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced the christening of their daughter Lilibet Diana on Wednesday, a statement sent to media called her a princess, seeming to reveal that the couple now plan to use royal titles for their children. Now, how about that? In March 2023, a Sussex spokesperson confirmed Harry and Meghan's daughter's christening with a statement that read, "I can confirm that Princess Lilibet Diana was christened on Friday, March 3rd by the Archbishop of Los Angeles, the Reverend John Taylor, indicating that Meghan and Harry are now using Prince and Princess for their children. You couldn't resist, could you?" Now wait a minute, let's take a step back to listen to what they said on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Archie is just like you or me. He isn't a prince and doesn't have a title. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's son Archie Harrison Mountbatten-Windsor may be seventh in line to the British throne and a great-grandchild of the reigning monarch, but as the public was reminded in Harry and Meghan's primetime interview with Oprah Winfrey, in one crucial way, Archie is just like you or me. He isn't a prince and doesn't have a title. Harry and Meghan's relationship with the British royal family has long been strained, worsened by Harry's tell-all memoir published in January. Probably should have spared us from hearing all of that. And it's worth mentioning that Harry and Meghan publicly stepped back from royal duties in 2020 and moved to California, though they did not renounce their royal titles. Well, why do they want to use royal titles now? Both of their kids are American citizens, and the royals have been guaranteed they will never have a real place or relationship with the working members of the British monarchy. Well then, who are they trying to impress with these titles? The Americans? Well, the Americans couldn't care less about the royals or their titles. Nobody is calling them by their titles unless, of course, if the staff are demanded to call them by the Harkles. But here comes the unfortunate news for them. In fact, the Constitution of the United States, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 8 states, "No title of nobility shall be granted by the United States, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without the consent of the Congress, accept any presidential office or title of any kind." The Constitution's prohibition on titles of nobility reflects both the Americans' aversion to aristocracy and the republican character of the government established by the Constitution. The U.S. Constitution prohibits titles of nobility and all other systems of hereditary privilege. Fans of the royal family didn't hesitate to state their opinion on the matter. Most of them believe that Harry and Meghan's desire for their children to have royal titles in the United States is a sign of their continued attachment to the trappings of royalty, despite their decision to step back from their royal duties. Some see this as a contradiction and question the sincerity of their decision to leave the royal family. I don't know what screams irony more than wanting to follow the tradition of this institution while screaming that it's a racist empire 2.0. If you want to be called the Duchess, head out to a country that will do it, because insisting on any United States citizen to do so violates their constitutional rights. Equal rights for everyone is the foundation of the US Constitution. Some might say claiming royal titles after coming to the US is an attack on the constitutional rights of a citizen. Why did they keep going back to royalty after renouncing all their privileges? Was it all a stunt for attention? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.